It's no secret that fashion has a Gen Z problem. The disparity between the luxury items that women of means desire and the hype street pop things the kids are after is not just in two different lanes, but maybe two different interstates on two different coasts. Few brands are capable of switching between bougie and badass. One that does is Balenciaga, whose appropriation of streetwear have given it considerable hype, but it also still makes some of the most work-appropriate blazers around. Another is Gucci, whose logo t-shirts are so coveted by the youth that they're taking matters into their own hands and making knockoffs with supplies bought at Michaels. This video by a popular YouTuber pretty much sums up the whole high fashion/young people situation via a fake Gucci tee. Still, Gucci's loafers, bags, and gowns are on the wish list for every respectable lady. Gucci, also, is the brand that will dress Harry Styles for his world tour. Unless you've been living in a Wi-Fi-less cave for the past, 5 years, you know Harry Styles is one of music's most influential figures. He's a former boy bander with a teen girl fan base whose shrieks can, and did to me, give you tinnitus. But he's also a crooner, a showman, and a quasi-wholesome presence on the pop music juggernaut. Where other pop stars are overly sexualized in their appearance and their music, see anyone from Taylor Swift to Justin Bieber to Rihanna, or play into bad boy image, again, same list. Styles is neither an over-sexual being nor a rebel. He's got the sweet, devious smirk of a young Mick Jagger, and though he's had a string of high-profile romances, he doesn't really gyrate or gesture in a way that's obviously sexual. On stage last night at Radio City Music Hall, he gave a prolonged speech about his new motto, "Treat people with kindness," and asked audience members to turn to a stranger and embrace them. And with Gucci, he's making a habit of wearing a full brocade suit on stage. Not since The Strokes has a suit been considered cool stage wear. Styles' ensembles are more in the tradition of Elton John or Prince than the skinny, Slimane-esque suits of The Strokes, which is even more curious. Styles' fan base, or at least those that packed Radio City to its brim last night, don't seem particularly into flights of fancy when it comes to their own wardrobes. The vast majority of the crowd was middle or high school age. Two girls behind me began to moan at 10:02 p.m. that Styles better wrap it up because it's a school night. And most of them were wearing some iteration of leggings, t-shirts or tube tops, sneakers, and hoodies. While most of these girls would consider themselves dressed up, the version of fanciness Gen Z adheres to has less to do with the custom-made, red metallic, floral jacquard Monaco suit like the one Styles wore and more to do with a spot of Fenty Beauty highlighter and Hadid flat abs. But Styles' fashion cause is a noble one. While other pop musicians are cashing in on their fan base with clothing, beauty, and accessory lines, Styles and Gucci are forging ahead with a new version of what a superstar in superclothes could look like. It is nostalgic for the late 70s and early 80s, much like Styles' catalog, in that it's a mix of glam rock, Johnny Cash, and Fleetwood Mac. And even if they are in crop tops, many of Styles' fans have picked up on the star's Gucci connection. There were a number of real and fake Gucci bags in the audience. Some sported fast fashion takes on the Gucci loafer. Fellow Gucci muse, Florence Welch, was in the front in an ethereal pastel dress. All this to say, the kids are taking the message and making it their own. Maybe it will bring about a resurgence of Gucci opulence among young people, maybe it won't. But the award for Best Dressed at last night's show goes to the girl in the audience who recreated Look 85 from Gucci's Fall 2017 collection on her own. She had bought the Coco Capitan tank top and paired it with her Levi's cutoffs and a crystal-strewn bodysuit that looked lifted from a costume shop or vintage store. It's not quite Stevie Nicks Goes to Studio 54, but it is a new mode of dressing up.